regarding organization, we have actually more than just Renault we are designing in France and some other parts of the world. We have 4 brands. Last year, Renault Samsung, which is mainly for the Korean market, and until recently, Alpine. And this is a brand that we are going to revive, and we will speak more about it later. And apart from just designing nice exterior shapes and concept cars and so on, we have other businesses within design that not many people will know about. We have commercial vehicles, master, traffic. They are very much the leader in the class. And also Renault Sport, we have many specific models. Renault Megane RS and Clio RS that you see here, they are all part of Renault Sport. We have also RS01, the track racing car, the very dedicated racing car. And then also concept cars, components, accessories, also the what we call design identity, which is an important element of our company. So in terms of design center, this is in Techno Center near Paris in France. We have a very big space, 30,000 meters square, which is one of the biggest design centers in terms of car companies. And we have many studios within there, many modelers, many different full-size mock-ups are in progress. A lot of people thought that we were already doing everything digitally, but in fact we're making a lot of clear models by hand, which are scanned and rebuilt, and especially concept cars, most of the work are still done very much by hand. And it's a big team, 500 people. This is actually just the design team. I'm not even counting the thousands of engineers that we are working with every day. And there are many people from different nationalities as well. I was told that until 2010 there were 28 nationalities, and since I joined it became 29. And so this is the Techno Center, which is located in the west of Paris. It's a very big space. It's not all of it part of the design department, but what you see highlighted on the bottom right of the picture is the design department. It's a very big area. And we are not only designing cars only in France, because you have to understand what happens in the rest of the world. And there are lots of other activities that are going on. So we have design offices in Brazil, in Romania, in India, 2 of them, in Korea, also a small office in China. So this is important for the network to understand the needs of the market, and also to work with local talents. We have, for example, the Talisman and the new Koleos were completely engineered in Korea, and with a team of engineers and also some of the design, final part of the design work as well. So we are able to leverage the know-how and expertise from another part of the world. And just a quick presentation or synthesis of the design process. We do a lot of sketches. I think we had a new workshop this morning with aspiring car designers that you have to always do things by hand, computer, work also on the digital at some point. So a very simple chart to show the design process. So once we have decided what kind of car we're going to do, whether it's a replacement of the Megane or a concept like the US bus, which is changing completely. We have to know exactly the definition of the project, the brief, before we start, which is the concept choice, and then we start sketching. Then we go from some scale models, usually 5 or 6 scale models, from 5 scale models to 3 full-size clay models, and then in the end going to 2 and then to 1. This is kind of the process. And this happens roughly around 1 year, from kind of start to finish, to choose the design, not finishing the design. And then to go to the last phase is the industrialization, which is I would say the most complicated part, because you have to make cars that are not just nice to look at, but you can mass produce. You can make hundreds of thousands without failure, with consistency. So just some ideas of sketching, and these are examples of sketches when we're replacing the Espace. What kind of car we will still be relevant is the S-Class original concept, which are very much innovative. But this is falling out of love for many customers, so we have to reinvent it. We have to add some crossover flavor, make it tougher looking, and so on. So, but not compromising so much on functionality, because the car has a lot of space. It's still a 7-seater, so we are trying to do this by giving some robustness, making the wheels bigger, sitting higher, like the crossover, and then changing also the silhouette to make it more fluid, not more unlike a typical crossover. We have the windshield quite cap forward, which also gives you very good visibility and a sensation of space. This is some examples where we were doing the design competition. Based on this kind of sketches, this is only one from one designer. We have to say, this one has potential, let's make a model of this, and this is how it all started. And then we will go further into refinement, detail, and it's really an ongoing process, even though your theme or design theme was already chosen. And then the next part is the digitalization of the car. After we made some clay models, we have to rebuild them, and there are many loops going into clay models and then back into digital again. I think there's one company told a supplier who is producing scanning equipment. There was a boom of scanning equipment because many things become 3D and digital. But we still do a lot of things by hand until now. So the process is quite fluid. The reason for having digital data is very important because this is the reference for engineering. For engineers who are working very close to us, that they can use this as a reference to produce the parts to make sure that they can make it work. So a little word on visualization. What you see here are images of close to final design, but they were still, the real car doesn't exist yet. So because of basically, I will run that one more time if that's possible. Because of the improvement, the evolution of software and technology, everything has become so realistic. We're able to see the car already 3 years before the car is actually on the market. So that helped us a lot to actually understand if this is good enough or if it's still relevant, and we can also put a competitor's car into comparison as well. So more on the visualization. Again, this is the S-Class. It's a typical turntable. When you do this, you create basically hundreds of images at the same time. So the designer can pick any image in the sequence to actually keep designing it. And interior is more or less the same. We have to work harder. It's actually interior is more complex in a different way. There are many parts, many components, many modules that will need to be shared between cars. For example, between the S-Class and the Talisman and also the new Scenic and even Megane, there are many parts that are not directly shared, but what is behind are shared. So we have to design this environment to be able to take many of these components without changing too much. And the process, same sketching, clay, also digital. It's a little bit more digital intensive for interior because there's many more parts that needs to fit together. So it's the most efficient way to do. And then we have also color material, a very big part. We have to think about that if you want to introduce a new color for the exterior, there are many tests that are required before we can actually put it in the plant to make sure that this color will not change or fade very easily. And this takes a minimum of 2 years, so we have to always design the color already before the production of the car, and material is more or less the same. And then one of the new, let's say, areas that not only Renault but every other car companies are focusing very much on is the interface, because the new generations are so used to tablets and smartphones, and a lot more information can be gained from not just the driving information. So we are one of the first to introduce a let's say portrait format large display of inch display in our cars, in many of our models. And this gives you a very, very efficient way to give also not just to look at, but also to give input to the screen. So this requires another new, let's say, new know-how that we don't normally have within the design team. Another area is lighting. So with technology available today, with let's say the boom of LED, with also until recently matrix technology, basically with very, very small LEDs arranged in a certain pattern, and also laser. We are having a kind of a big revolution right now. We are at the very start of it, and you can see around here that all our Renault cars have very distinctive lighting signatures, and we can use this to give a strong identity to our cars, and also that it's very easy to recognize also from a distance. And this we require a very special team of experts who has also some technical knowledge, and also we have to work very almost daily with engineering to make sure what you dream of on paper can be realized. So the design quality is the last process, the industrialization process. And this is to make sure what I said earlier about can keep a consistency, quality that can be replicated throughout the manufacturing process. And we have learned for the advance, we've been a strategic partner with Daimler. We are able to learn some of the processes in the final quality check area, like this light box that we have in light cabin that we have in the Douai plant in France. And visual identity is one of the key aspects of how your brand is perceived by the public. This is the first image. You go to Renault.com. This is the first image that comes up, and the brochure, the showrooms. So we have to always keep consistency. It's something to update that fits to our new products as well. So just to give you an example, the show stand that we launched in 2012 in Paris, the famous bumps, that is really much a design around the fact that our cars are becoming more sensual, more sculptural. We want to have a stand that is very much coherent with the products. And this was work of not internal design people, but of course with the architects, design agencies, and so on. And then we have going to quickly on the design strategy. So what is design strategy? We have to think about is a brand, then you create a promise, and then you create products, and hopefully this will fulfill itself and is consistent throughout the whole lineup. And for Renault, there are different kinds of brands. There are more automotive focused, more let's say Earth, we call it planet focus, and for us we are more human centric brand. And for that we thought that it's only natural that we create a strategy around the life cycle. And so we have created life being the center and create different patterns around this the life. And so we tried to position some cars. This was the very beginning. What car will fit? We try and group the cars that we have on the portfolio at the time, and then try to see if it makes sense. And so we created panels that love. We would like people to fall in love with our brand again, and also cars that are more attractive, and then also we want cars to for explore, because after you fall in love, you normally would explore the world with your partner, so this will be perfect to also make it to our crossover lineup. And then we have also family. After explore the world, you may start a family and you need more space. That comes with cars like freight and also the scenic type of cars. And we have to work. Work can be a business as well. The talisman would be good in the work as well, but also our commercial vehicle lineup. And then we have play, Twingo, Renault Sport. They are more fun. And then some we call the last pedal we call wisdom, which is not the end of the cycle, but it's just a part of the cycle which can continue. And this is this strategy, what better to do it with real objects? So we created a series of concept cars, 6 plus 1 concept cars that we show through to explain the strategy in the most analog way, we call it. So, but at the same time, when we are designing the Desir, which you see here, the beautiful Desir in red, we were also designing the new Clio at the same time, so they are actually in the same studio. So we have a lot of influence, not just to make a nice concept car, that you wonder why we can't produce it, but we are designing real cars that are also very attractive. So this is the concept car, the Desir, which you can get a closer look afterwards. And then Explore, we created a car called the Capture, which has a strong influence on both the Capture production car and also the Pajero. And then the family is this car called the R-Space. And this car, you can see the one behind you on the left is the big influence to the production scene that we have just launched. It's a new take on family car, a little bit more dynamic looking. We don't want the minivan to be, family car to be boring, and we try to make a car which is very striking to look at. And then the work, this will be perhaps our next generation commercial vehicle. This Fancy is a car that we can use it as a business car during the week for transportation, and a family car can be transformed into a family car over the weekend. For Play, we did 2 cars. One project we did with a famous industrial designer called Warszawa, and a good friend of mine, that he basically took more or less the silhouette of the Twingo and created a very dramatic concept that we showed in different events like London, Fair, London Design Festival. And then another car is the Twin Run. This is a car, this kind of mid-engine, very powerful, really pure fun. It's only 2-seater, which we launched during the Monaco Grand Prix. And last but not least, this is car concept by Monsieur Hari, and you can see the connection with the US bus. This would be a lot of materials, explorations, details were done on this car, which you will see in the coming years in many of the production cars. So with that, we completed the first cycle. We are launching a lot of cars right now. But one thing which I forgot to mention is for the lineup of cars, one of the most important aspects is from the face of the car. We think that the last previous generation was not consistent and not being seen as one family of cars. Some cars are more recognizable than others. So we did one aspect. So we think the logo being very attractive, why not enlarge it and put it always behind a dark background, so that the logo is always visible in any body color. It will be visible on a white car, on a silver car, as on a black car. So this is just to be consistent. And we have found a way to apply different strategies for each product. And with the design strategy, being simple, central, and warm, not many lines to define on our cars, which made us quite unique in the global market. And then the concept car strategy was finished in 2014, and then we connect each of the concept cars with a cycle plan. As we said, as I said earlier, the concept cars were designed at the same time as the production cars. And then we try to apply this strategy into the portfolio, and also to set the groundwork for what we do with the next generation cars. So here we are, the front identity shown of all of the 6 concept cars together. You can see that we have made certain different elements that make you feel that this is a bigger car, more upper range,